नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आप सभी का मेरे इस न्यू वीडियो में और आपके अपने यूट्यूब चैनल मज़ेदार रीडिंग में। आज हम लोग करने जा रहे हैं चैप्टर नंबर 8 पॉलिटिकल साइंस की एनसीईआरटी की रीडिंग। एनसीईआरटी की रीडिंग क्लास 7th की, जिसका नाम है मार्केट्स अराउंड अस। देखिए दोस्तों, आपको दो बातें पहले ही बता दूं कि मैं आपको ये चैप्टर समझाता नहीं हूँ और ना ही आपके लिए ये चैप्टर के नोट्स लिखवाता हूँ। मैं केवल आपके लिए रीडिंग करता हूँ, क्योंकि मैं देख रहा हूँ आजकल के बच्चे रीडिंग करने पे जा ही नहीं रहे हैं। उनको एक एक चैप्टर रीडिंग करने में 3-3 दिन, 4-4 दिन, कई बार तो एक एक हफ्ता लग जाता है और फिर भी उनको समझ कुछ नहीं आता है। तो दोस्तों, मैं यही कोशिश करता हूँ कि मैं कम समय के अंदर आपको रीडिंग करवा दूँ। और ज़्यादातर 6-7 की एनसीईआरटीज़ तो एक मतलब आधे घंटे के अंदर ख़त्म हो जा रही है। जब जैसे जैसे क्लासेस बढ़ते जाएंगी वैसे 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 टाइम भी बढ़ता जाएगा। तो अभी 6-7 की क्लासेस में तो आराम से 20 मिनट 30 मिनट के अंदर एनसीईआरटीज़ खत्म हो जा रही है। कुछ हिस्ट्री के ही चैप्टर्स होंगे जिनमें कि लगभग 35-40 मिनट लग रहे हैं दोस्तों। चलिए दोस्तों, तो शुरू करते हैं बिना आपका टाइम ज़ाया किए हुए। लेट्स रोल। मार्केट्स अराउंड अस। वी गो टू द मार्केट टू बाई मेनी थिंग्स: वेजिटेबल्स, सोप, टूथपेस्ट, मसाला, ब्रेड, राइस, दाल, clothes, to notebooks, biscuits, etc. If we make a list of the goods that we purchase, it would be really long. There are many kinds of markets that we may visit for our everyday needs. These can include shops, hawker stall in our neighborhood, hawker stalls in our neighborhood, a weekly market, a large shopping complex, perhaps even a mall. In this chapter, we look at some of these markets and try to understand how the goods that are sold there reach buyers, who these buyers are, who these sellers are, and the sorts of problems they face. Why do people go to a weekly market? Give three reasons. Who are the sellers in a weekly market? Why don't we find big business persons in these markets? Why are things cheap in the weekly market? Explain with an example of how people bargain in the market. Can you think of a solution where the bargain would be unfair? तो ये आप देख सकते हैं दोस्तों। Weekly market. A weekly market is so called because it is held on a specific day of the week. Weekly markets do not have permanent shops. Traders set up shops for the day and then close them up in the evening. They they may set up at a different place the next day. There are thousands of such markets in India. People come here for their everyday requirements. Many things in weekly markets are available at cheaper rates. This is because when shops are in permanent buildings, they occur and they incur a lot of expenditure. They have to pay rent, electricity, fees to the government. They also have to pay wages to their workers. In weekly markets, these shop owners store the things they sell at home. Most of them are helped by their family members and hence do not need to hire workers. Weekly markets also have a large number of shops selling the same goods, which means there is competition among them. If some trader were to charge a high price, people would move to another shop where the same thing may be available more cheaply or where the buyer can bargain and bring the price down. One of the advantages of weekly markets is that most things you need are available at one place. Whether you want vegetables, groceries, or cloth items, utensils, all of them can be found here. You do not have to go to different areas to buy different things. People also prefer going to a market where they have a choice and a variety of goods. Yeah, they have to pay rent, electricity, fees to the government. अच्छा, तीन चीजें, fees to the government. Shops in the neighborhood. We have seen that the weekly markets offer a variety of goods. However, we also buy things from other kinds of markets. There are many shops that tell goods and services in our sorry. There are many shops that sell goods and services in our neighborhoods. We may buy milk from the dairy, groceries from stores, stationery, eatables, or medicines from other shops. Many of these are permanent shops, while others are roadside stalls, such as that of the vegetable hawker, the fruit vendor, the mechanic, etc. Samir, seller of clothes. Samir is a small trader in the weekly market. He buys clothes from a large trader in the town and sells them in six different markets in a week. He and other cloth sellers move in groups. They hire a minivan for this. His customers are from villages that are near the marketplace. At festival times, such as during Dipavali or Pongal, he does good businesses. He does good business. Sujata, and Kavita were sent to buy groceries from the neighborhood shop. This was this was the shop they usually went to. It was crowded today. The shop owner managed the shop herself to the shop owner managed the shop herself with two helpers. When they managed to get into the shop, Sujata dictated a list to her. When they managed to get into the shop, Sujata dictated a list to her. She in turn began asking her helpers to weigh and pack the items. Meanwhile, Kavita looked around. On the top left shelf, there were different brands of detergent cakes. Another shelf had toothpastes, talcum powder, shampoo, hair oil. The different brands and different colors looked so attractive. On the floor lay a few sacks. It took almost 20 minutes to weigh and pack all the groceries. Then Sujata showed her notebook. The woman noted the amount of rupees 1550 in the notebook and gave it back. She also noted the amount in her big register. Then Sujata took the heavy bags out of the shop. Her family will pay for the purchases in the first week of the next month. Shops in the neighborhood are useful in many ways. They are near our home and we can go there on any day of the week. Usually, the buyer and seller know each other, and these shops also provide goods on credit. This means that you can pay for the purchases later, as we saw in Sujata's case, for example. Why did Sujata carry a notebook? Do you think this system is useful? Can there be problems? What are the different kinds of shops that you find in your neighborhood? What you purchase from them? What do you purchase from them? Why are goods sold in permanent shop costlier than those sold in the weekly markets or by roadside hawkers? You might have noticed that there are different kinds of sellers even in the neighborhood markets. Some of them have permanent shops and others sell their goods on the roadside. Anzal Mall is a five-floor shopping complex. Kavita and Sujata were enjoying going up and down in the lift. It seemed as if it was made of glass as they were able to see outside as they went up. It was fascinating to see so many different kinds of shops such as ice cream, burger, pizza and other food shops. Shops full of home appliances, footwear and leather items as well as bookshops. While wandering while wandering about on the third floor, they entered a shop that was selling branded ready-made clothes. The security guard looked at them as if he wanted to stop them, but he did not say anything. They looked at dresses and then looked at the price tag. Note,
Adios, amigo. Powering on.
sorry, ये मेरा ब्लूटूथ स्पीकर था. They looked at some dresses and then looked at the price tag. None of them was less than rupees 2000, almost five times the weekly market price. Sujata whispered to Kavita, I will take you to another shop which has good quality ready made clothes at more reasonable prices. Why do you think the guard wanted to stop Kavita and Sujata from entering the shop? What would you say if someone stops you from entering a shop in a market? Shopping complexes and malls. So far, we have seen two kinds of marketplaces: weekly markets and markets in our neighborhood. There are other markets in the urban area that have many shops, popularly called shopping complexes. These days, in many urban areas, you also have large multi-storied air-conditioned buildings with shops on different floors known as malls. These urban markets in these urban markets you get both branded and non-branded goods. As you have read in the chapter on advertising, branded goods are expensive, often promoted by advertising and claims of better quality. The companies producing these products sell them through shops in large urban markets and at times through special showrooms. As compared to non branded goods, fewer people can afford to buy branded ones. Why do people not bargain in shops located in malls whereas they bargain in weekly markets? Chain of markets. In the previous sections, you have read about different markets from where we buy goods. From where do you think shop owners procure their goods? Goods are produced in factories, on farms, and in homes. However, we don't buy directly from the factory or from the farm, nor would the producers be interested in selling us small quantities such as 1 kilo of vegetables or one plastic mug. The people in between the producer and the final consumer are the traders. The wholesale trader first buys goods in large quantities. For example, the vegetable wholesale trader will not buy a few kilos of vegetables, but he will buy in large lots of 25 to 100 kilos. These will then be sold to other traders. In these markets, buying and selling takes place between traders. It is through these links of traders that goods reach far away places. The trader who finally sells this to the customer is the retailer. This could be a trader in a weekly market, a hawker in the neighborhood, or a shop in a shopping complexes. In a shopping complex. How do you think your neighborhood shop gets its goods? Find out and explain with some examples. Why is a wholesaler trader necessary? We can we can understand this with the help of the following examples. Every city has areas for wholesale markets. This is where goods first reach and are then supplied to other traders. The roadside hawker whom you read about earlier would have purchased a large quantity of plastic items for a wholesale trader from a wholesale trader in the town. He in turn might have bought these from another, even bigger wholesale trader in the city. The city, the city wholesale trader would have bought a large quantity of plastic items from the factory and stored them in a godown. In this way, a chain of markets is set up. When we purchase, we may not be aware of the chain of markets through which these goods travel before they reach us. The above map of Delhi shows 4 of the 10 wholesale markets in the city: Okhla, Daryaganj, Azadpur, Keshopur. Oh, Okhla, Daryaganj, Azadpur, Keshopur. Aftab, the wholesaler in the city. Aftab, the wholesaler in the city. Aftab is one of the wholesale traders who purchases in bulk. His business starts around 2 o'clock in the morning when vegetables reach the market. This is the time when the vegetable market or mandi starts buzzing with activity. The vegetables come in trucks, matadors, trolleys from farms both near and far. Soon the process of auctions begins. Aftab participates in this auction and decides what he will buy. Today, for example, he bought 5 quintals of cauliflower, 10 quintals of onions. He has a shop in the market where he stores the vegetables that he has bought. From here, he sells to hawkers and shopkeepers who start coming to the market around 6 in the morning. They have to organize their purchases so that they can start their shop for the day around 10 in the morning. Markets everywhere. So far, we have seen different marketplaces where people buy and sell a variety of goods and services. All these markets are in a specific locality and work in a particular manner and time. However, it is not always necessary that one has to go to the market to purchase goods. You can place orders for a variety of things through the phone and these days through the internet, and the goods are delivered at your home. In clinics and nursing homes, you may have noticed sales representatives waiting for doctors. Such persons are also engaged in the selling of goods. Thus, buying and selling takes place in different ways, not necessarily through shops in the market. The markets that we looked at above are the ones that we recognize daily, that we recognize easily. However, there are markets that we may not be so aware of. This is because a large number of goods are bought and sold that we don't use directly. For example, a farmer uses fertilizers to grow crops that he purchases from special shops in the city, and they in turn get them from factories. A car factory purchases engine, gears, petrol tanks, axles, wheels, etc. from various other factories. We don't usually see all the buying and selling, but only the final product, the car in the showroom. The story is similar for any other good. People in urban areas can enter markets without stepping out of their homes via the internet. They use their credit cards to make online purchases. हो गया. Markets and equality. In this chapter, we have looked at shop owners in a weekly market and those in a shopping complex. They are very different people. One is a small trader with little money to run the shop, whereas the other is able to spend a lot of money to set up the shop. They also earn unequal amounts. The weekly market trader earns little compared to the profit of a regular shop owner in a shopping complex. Similarly, buyers are differently placed. There are many who are not able to afford the cheapest of goods, while others are busy shopping in malls. Thus, whether we can be buyers or sellers in these different markets depends, among other things, on the money that we have. We have also examined the chain of markets that is formed before goods can reach us. A car being put together in a factory. It is through this chain that what is produced in one place reaches people everywhere. When things are sold, it encourages production and new opportunities are created for people to earn. However, do they offer equal opportunities? We will try to understand this through the story of a shirt in the next chapter. Malls like the one above sell expensive and branded goods. ये देखिए दोस्तों, दिखा रखा है कहीं का मॉल. चलिए, तो ये हमारा चैप्टर खत्म होता है. अब ग्लॉसरी देख लेते हैं. वीकली मार्केट. दीज मार्केट्स आर नॉट डेली मार्केट्स बट आर टू बी फाउंड एट अ पर्टिकुलर प्लेस ऑन 1 or maybe 2 days of the week. These markets most often sell everything that a household needs, ranging from vegetables to clothes to utensils. Mall. This is an enclosed shopping space. This is usually a large building with many floors that has shops, restaurants, and at times even a cinema theater. These shops most often sell branded products. Wholesale. This refers to buying and selling in large quantities. Most products, including vegetables, fruits, and flowers, have special wholesale markets. Chain of markets. A series of markets that are connected like links in a chain because products pass from one market to another. इसी के साथ दोस्तों हमारा चैप्टर खत्म होता है. आप लोगों को बहुत बहुत बधाई कि आप लोग अंत तक बने रहे. देखिए दोस्तों, हम लोगों ने 17 मिनट 40 सेकंड में ये चैप्टर खत्म कर चुके हैं. और आपका सोचिए 17 मिनट के अंदर आपका रीडिंग हो गया. ये तो आप पहली बार सुन रहे, तो दूसरी बार सुनेंगे तो 1.5 के स्पीड में सुनेंगे, तीसरी बार सुनेंगे 1.75 के स्पीड में सुनेंगे, या 1.25 जब भी जिस भी स्पीड में सुने, तो आपको टाइम दोस्तों कम ही लगेगा. तो मैं आपके रीडिंग के काम को आसान कर दे रहा हूँ. आपके सामने किताब चल रहा है एकदम आराम से, और मैं रीडिंग किए जा रहा हूँ. आपके दिमाग में घुस रहा है और बैठ भी रहा है आपके दिमाग में. और जब आप लोग ये रीडिंग मार के जाएंगे ना चैप्टर याद करने के लिए, क्वेश्चन आंसर्स वगैरह, तो देखिएगा आपको कितनी आसानी होगी दोस्तों. और आप लोग शुक्रिया अदा फिर करेंगे ज़रूर से मेरा. तो अगर आपको वीडियोस पसंद आ रहे हैं तो बस लाइक करें, शेयर करें, सब्सक्राइब करें. 3 काम करते हैं एकदम. लाल बटन पे कुछ भी फेंक के मारे, बस सब्सक्राइब हो जाना चाहिए दोस्तों. चलिए, तो मेरे बेस्ट विशेस हमेशा आपके साथ रहते हैं दोस्तों. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. थैंक यू एंड हैव अ नाइस डे.